countdown to Oscar is on. Next week, it's movie stars, movie magic, movie madness. From the nominees to the parties to the morning after. No one does Oscar like Good Morning America. The count is on next week.
Martin Sheen, together with son Charlie, realized that Mom had to teach me how to shave. I was the only guy that showed up to baseball camp with a lady Bic. A new Spin City Tuesday on ABC.
Coming up at 11, a U.S. Secret Service agent accused of biting off part of a man's ear in a bar brawl. And the voting has already started in one California city tonight. She spent more than 20 years on the run for her role in the murder of a Boston cop. But tonight, Catherine Ann Power is free.
A bust for the Bruins. The team opens the season.
It's a night of summer blockbusters on NBC's Tonight Show. Batman's Chris O'Donnell, Pocahontas' Irene Bedard, and the band behind Friends' hit theme song, The Rembrandts. Your local news is next.
And next here on the Channel 4 News, a shooting rampage at a city building. Why there are so many of these workplace rampages. What are the danger signs? What can be done to prevent them? We'll have a report. And Judge Ito, his heartbreaking news for the jury today. Someone they know falls victim to violent crime. We'll have the details coming up next on the Channel 4 News at 11.
In full force in an effort to clean up their neighborhood. We'll show you how they're doing it. Nasty weather creates quite a show in some of the Stark counties. Plus, where does Carmen Policy really get his draft day advice?
We're 22 WSBT, voted Indiana's best newscast. Live, this is News 22 at 11.
7 Americans die in combat in Afghanistan.
And in weather, sub-zero temperatures this morning, but 50-degree readings later in the week.
Really? Get a crap. And according to Jim Belushi, and according to Jay, headlines.
A Tennessean is taking his X-ray vision to the Olympics, and a man is arrested with a gun in a school.
How to quit cigarettes without gaining weight, and a happy ending for a lost 8-year-old. Next.
11 starts now.
A teenager will tell you why they haven't arrested the suspect more than a month after the assault. And Anchorage Fire.
This week on The Tonight Show, Jay welcomes scheduled guests Mel Gibson, Tim Allen, Kathy Ireland, Arsenio Hall, and Magic Johnson. Plus the music of Natalie Merchant and Collective Soul. Your local news is next.
And up next, Cuban migrants drift within sight of the American dream. A Sunday showdown. The Miami Heat wages a Big Apple battle against their arch rivals where they're live.
I'm Mike Siemens. You just watched the 60s. Now I'm going to show you what South Florida looked like way back then. Good evening. I'm Mike Siemens. Even if you did not live through the 60s, you're living with the 60s legacy. Andrea Brody and I will look at the 60s effect from 2 different perspectives next.
There's always room for improvement, so Jay invites funny man Tim Allen for a visit. Plus, supermodel Kathy Ireland's on hand to bring a smile to Jay. Your local news is next. Next on News 4.
Hundreds of tombstones are vandalized at this cemetery in Southeast. I'm Sherry Macias. I'll have a live report.
And the Westminster Dog Show.